My name is Nancy Ruth Owens. I was born on March 30th, which is the same day that Ronald Reagan was shot in 1981. I'm one of two shooters. I did not aim the gun that I was given. I did shoot off 3 shots, but I didn't aim. When I returned to my hometown of Clewiston, Florida, located in Henry County, there was an assassination attempt on my life. I'm not sure why, if it was because they were getting rid of a witness or if it was because of failing to complete the mission. The contract was, I don't know who put out the contract, but I know the handler was Anthony Toulis, who owned the Glades restaurant in Clewiston, Florida. He reportedly was a part of the mafia. I'm not really certain about that. When I returned to Clewiston, there was a discourse of sorts, and in this discourse there were several, there were people who were shot, and there were kids that were killed. Two of them were accidents, and one was quite deliberate. The one child that was murdered was mine, and it was very deliberate. The child was about 2 years old. Other things ensued that night, and it was decided that I was to be given to the Medellin cartel, basically to just for whatever they determined, whatever they wanted. And so I was kept there for a period of days, and in my time of being around, this had not been the first time that I had been around the cartel. It's a very small town, and a lot of them were friends. A lot of them were people I grew up with. During this time of the early 80s of what was apparently known as the Cocaine Wars, I was responsible for several things, one of which was I was once given a job which was to do inventory, and the inventory was of things in a refrigerator. Let's just put it this way. There were certain items that were taken out of the refrigerator. They were noted, they were logged into a book, and the Hispanic individuals were paid per piece. So and all of these parts were white people. They were portions of white people. So to sum it all up, Pablo Escobar's, what he did with the money, and he and his cohort, his friends or cohort, the people he associated with, when they sold the cocaine, they would turn around and they would take that cocaine money and they would use it to pay individuals for the assassination of whites. And he has said, I did hear him say a couple of times that again, one by one, day by day, eventually we will have control. The Hispanics will take over. And if you know anything about the history of South Florida and Miami, there's just simply no disputing it. In the past 30 years, it's gone from a primarily older white population to a middle-aged Hispanic, Cuban, Colombian, Mexican population. So white genocide, it's very real. I've witnessed it. I was a part of the cartel for quite a number of years, and it's just basically you should, if you are white, you should open up your mind to the fact that this does exist and it is ongoing. Barack Obama became, in 1984, after the invention of crack cocaine, after the crack cocaine became very prominent on the scene, it went to the blacks to distribute among their communities. And the one that you know as a Barack Obama became a part of this simply because, again, it's a small town. Everybody knows everybody. Whether or not he's continuing with Pablo's work of white genocide, I don't know. But the things that are playing out, that I'm hearing, that I'm seeing, wanting to disarm Americans, it certainly seems that this is a continuation of Pablo Escobar's work. So again, open your mind to the possibility, the very real possibility, that what we are experiencing right now is white genocide.